Hello and welcome to the Adventure Scroll, where I talk about the last game of Legend of the Five Rings we played. It was just yesterday. We do these as a live stream, so go check that out. The link's in the description. And a little bit of news, we won't be running the live streams on this channel anymore. The Dead Unicorn will be for just content like this, where it's scripted or semi-scripted, little bites that people can just absorb about RPGs and D&D and all of that good stuff. So keep subscribed here for all of that. Go over to the Dead Unicorn Live for the live streams. So this last game, Joshua's character, Shiba Noe, became afflicted because his character was pulled underneath tainted water in the Shadowlands. This was not that much of an inconvenience. I had to remember, hey, I can change his rolls to make them terrible rolls anytime I wanted to. And I did that very seldom. I think I only did it once during the entire game. But they were very concerned about this because there is a roleplay element to this. Like having evil Canson inside you screwing up your biology ain't the best thing in the world. And after 2 weeks of this, you'll get a chance of being 100% Shadowlands tainted. You don't want that. It's bad. So to cure Shiba Inoue of his affliction, they need a shrine, some consecrated ground where they can do a cleansing rite. It's not something you can find quite readily in the Shadowlands, but fortunately, I had a shrine encounter right after this one already prepared. I looked in the adventure book, Mask of the Oni, and I saw this basically an ambush. In the middle of the forest, there was this guy that was supposed to kind of yell out and get the PCs to come to him, and he's infected with some sort of parasite. And then the Lost Samurai, Shadowlands tainted samurai who are now evil and twisted, would jump them. Since the previous encounter had a higher chance of afflicting people, especially since the zombies wanted to pull them under the water and the water would give them an afflicted status, that the next encounter should be at a defiled shrine. Also, I gave one of the PCs a task if they find any defiled shrines or holy items, that their job is to cleanse these things or bring back some sort of spiritual balance to them. I was clever. I always think ahead, and thinking ahead, that is the key, the moral to this adventure scroll. I even said it in the game yesterday. While you're not taking your turn, go ahead and formulate what you're going to do on your turn, especially in a game as complex as Legend of the Five Rings, where you have different techniques, and these techniques do different things with opportunity. You want to set up what you're going to do. And great gamers, they plan ahead. They know how to do that. So when their turn comes up, boom, it's done. And of course, the bad gamers, they kind of don't pay attention. They're kind of, I'm calling you out, Matt. One other thing that happened quite a bit, now that they've gotten up in rank, they're at higher level, should we say, people are rolling more dice. And the more dice you roll, the more chances for opportunities they're going to get. And because of this, the more critical hits are going to happen. And that leads everybody to getting wounded. Everybody's getting cut up out here. And it feels more believable. It feels more like there are stakes now than just falling unconscious. I'm kind of digging it a little. I still think it's not very deadly. At most, you'll get a gashing wound from a katana slash, and it does practically nothing unless all of your rings are hit. Because as soon as one ring is damaged, you're going to switch to another stance, another ring, and boom, you're back pretty much to normal until that ring gets hurt. After 3 or 4 wounds, now things start getting a little hairy. We haven't even gotten that far. The most people have gotten were maybe 2 wounds. So, for the most part, Legend of the Five Rings isn't that deadly of a game. I think their critical hit system needs a little reworking, a little tweaking. I do kind of like it, but at the same time, like, just falling unconscious or you fall down, you're out of fatigue, you fall down, and it takes you out of combat isn't the best solution. But hey, it keeps people's characters with them longer, and I'm sure people do appreciate that. Longevity of a character is an important thing because people grow attached to their characters. It's just what happens, especially in great storylines where you want your characters to last a long time. So that's it. That's all I have to say, except for these fine people right here. These gentlemen are our Patreon squires, and they help us out on the channel. If you want to help us out on the channel too, go to our Patreon link and join the Order of the Dead Unicorn. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.